What is up, guys? Welcome on back to TK's Garage, and it's the end of the year, and the numbers for Stellantis are looking pretty good for Q4, considering where we were just 6 months ago with a $2.6 billion loss. We're going to talk about all that and more, and yes, if the garage is looking a little bare, we're going to talk about that maybe in an upcoming video. With some major changes coming here to the channel soon. And I know you're seeing vehicles that you haven't seen in the garage. So let's get into all of that and more right after this. So welcome on back to TK's Garage, and before we get into the video, we have to talk about the giveaway from StillLit Lighting Solutions. So that's a long name for a company, but so StillLit reached out to us to partner with us on a Dodge Challenger SRT 392 giveaway. I'm doing this a little different than what we did with both OBD Tech and Goodies Popcorn that we've done previously with other companies, and that is they're going to do everything is being fulfilled through their provider directly. So that means when you guys process an order, it either gets shipped to you by UPS or it may even show up from Amazon because they do their own fulfillment thing or whatever now. But StillLit has launched 1,000X entries. There will be none of this like 2,500X entries at the end of a giveaway. They're doing it now at the beginning, from now until midnight on New Year's Eve. So basically January 1st at midnight is when that will shut down, and then everything goes to $1 equals one entry. They're very simple. They don't have a bunch of options. You can literally order their 4-pack USB LED lights, which are for your car, and you can order the extra entries. That's what they have up. That is up on the site at tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com if you want to jump in on it. And we might actually have a very special truck launching soon too, but I think it's going to happen later in January. So stay tuned for that. I don't think they're going to get the appropriate paperwork done in time before us to get that up on the site. But it's already here. I can tell you that. If you follow me on Instagram, these vehicles have already been seen. That's where I leak stuff or drop stuff long before you see it here on YouTube. Anyways, and same handle, TK's Garage. Anyways, so getting into today's video, and if you want to enter, because I don't know if I said this or not, if you want to enter in for the StillLit Challenger SRT 392, you can do so at tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com. There we go. So getting into today's video, halfway through the year, it wasn't looking good for Stellantis. And that's even after Tim had been back. They were trying to get the ball rolling, get stuff going, getting dealers to be back on board and being excited about things that were coming for the company. And it wasn't that it was like looking super bleak. It just wasn't looking positive. It didn't look like there were very many wins. And then, almost like, I don't want to say instantly, but fairly quickly, things started to change. And I mean, in such a positive manner. Everybody's, Stellantis was hemming and hawing on whether or not they wanted to bring back the Hemi and, hinting at it, but not really doing it. And then when they saw 10,000 consumer orders like this overnight, 40,000 orders from dealers like this overnight, the turnaround started. Antonio Filosa, even before coming CEO, was already getting plans in place to bring back the Hemi, not like in just its current configuration, but launch a new Hemi, which is coming soon, and launch the existing Hemis with more power to make basically Project Hellcat of the 2015 to 2023 era kind of look soft in comparison. Now, All of that stuff is still coming to be. January 1st starts the madness. In case you didn't know, that's when Ram is dropping what could be a game changer for the truck industry. Ford right now is holding their nuts going, oh crap, oh, what's happening? Because they really thought, and I'm gonna be honest, talking to Tim Kuniskis at Roadkill Nights, I thought like, he really doesn't care about the horsepower numbers. They're not gonna do anything with the TRX. They're just gonna bring it back as is because it's easier to do that, right? Yeah, they could do that with stage kits. And then you have 1,000 horse, like it's, the Raptor will not be able to compete with what's coming. Just won't. Not horsepower number wise. And I think the return of that truck, while it may hurt RHO sales, is going to massively help the numbers for Stellantis moving forward. That's the most important part. If you're an investor, because I'm an investor, I'm invested for well over 6 figures into Stellantis. And I disclose that, and this is not financial advice. I'm not telling you that you should invest in the company. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just telling you what I did. I saw the turnaround. I got in there a little bit under $10, still in the $9 range. And I jumped in because I knew that after having those conversations with Tim and Matt, having conversations with the people that support them, having conversations with people that shouldn't even talk to me at Stellantis and were afraid to even be seen talking to me at events in their security department. They are getting things going in the right direction to drastically change where this company is going. And it's crazy because it's going to be Jeep and Ram, Dodge eventually, once the Hellcats and stuff come back, right? But right now, Jeep and Ram are floating the whole company, period. And just in sales and profitability off of those sales, Jeep and Ram are literally floating that company. Now, I know you're going, well, Chrysler sells all those minivans. Yeah, I get it. I'm not saying that everybody doesn't play a part. Even, dumbass Peugeot has 5-point-something% of the sales. I get it. I'm talking about the lion's share. Where the big money is Ram and Jeep. That's it. Now, Dodge can get back there when they have some cars that people really want to buy. Right now, the six-pack, while it's getting accolades and getting awards, yeah, it looks cool. I liked it. As a BMW guy, I like the car. And as a muscle car guy, I like the car. It's just, I like the Hurricane options. I think it's great. I think when they drop Hemi options and you have like 5 different power plants that can go in that car, you won't be able to keep those on lots. People can then decide. And I'm willing to bet that the supercharged Hemis are going to outsell the Hurricanes. Just saying. But the numbers are not out officially yet for the fourth quarter. I just got off the phone with my sources from both sides of the board of directors. The Italian side and the French side. And they're very optimistic on the numbers. I have to be careful because especially where I'm invested in the company, I can't say what the numbers are. I can't say. And because I know that this might come up later, I haven't processed any trades. I have to be clear about that. I'm still in my same position I've been in the entire time, and I'm not buying any more shares because that might be illegal. So I'm staying pat where I'm at, and all of my ducks are in a row. So best believe that. But the numbers are looking good. It does point to a massive turnaround, and it's leading into going into 2026, probably seeing the most drastic turnaround of an automotive company ever. And I'm not saying that like, let me swing from the nuts. Woo. I'm saying that as I'm looking at the numbers, I'm seeing what they're doing with what they have. All right. And I'm seeing what dealers are starting to get the message. Even a lot of them that were doing bullshit and overcharging and markups and that shit, they've reined that shit in because they're realizing, damn, we're pissing off. The money was good for, 24 months, 36 months. And now went and pissed off our whole customer base, and they're going to Ford, and they're going to get Corvettes at Chevy. They're not buying from us now. So they've seen that, and they've made the necessary changes. But I think January 1st, when this Ram drops, later in January when another product drops, and then I think, what is it, February, or is it one in February too? I think that's something from Jeep and something in March. But as these products drop in that first quarter, and people see the return and the products that are coming and the horsepower and the stuff that people are asking for, it changes everything. Absolutely changes everything. But I'll leave the question to you. What do you think about where the company is currently? And I'm not talking about all the European bullshit. We're not talking about DS Lancia, which may not even be here come quarter one. And I know somebody emailed me that actually works at Peugeot or whatever, their family. And they were like, oh, DS isn't going anywhere. The family's going to do it. Bro, yes, you might split it off of Stellantis, but it ain't staying. They're going to shelve it. Or you're going to take it and do something else with it, like Ferrari. Fine, go do that. Get it out of here, because we're tired of paying for your shit. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Give the video a big thumbs up if you like what I do. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. If you want to get in on that, I almost said the Ram. If you want to get in on that Challenger SRT 392, which is a beautiful car, by the way, you can do so. I think we'll probably put it up here on the screen. You can do so by going to tk'sgarage.bigcartel.com, and you'll see the availability there. But anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. I truly appreciate it. And as always, stay petty, my friends.